Today we're diving into a challenge that honestly almost every single person in a leadership role faces, whether they know it or not. We're talking about a hidden trap, one that's super easy to fall into and incredibly hard to see when you're in it.
So let me ask you something, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Have you ever had that gut punch moment? The one where you look around at a project that's stalled out or a team that's disengaged and you get that sinking feeling that the one common denominator is you? This is the heart of it right here. It's not that you're a bad person or a bad leader. It's that you can subtly, almost unconsciously, slip into this mindset where your team members stop being people and start feeling more like obstacles you have to get around. And most of us have no idea when it's happening.
So what triggers this? Well, the wake-up call often comes from a really jarring idea found in the book Leadership and Self-Deception. And the idea is this: most of the time, we're operating from a place of self-deception, and we are completely blind to it.
This state of self-deception actually has a name. The book calls it living in the box. And that right there is the hidden trap we're talking about. So let's break down what that really actually means.
Okay, so being in the box is basically like living in a constant state of self-defense. Your focus isn't on the team or the mission anymore, it's on protecting your own ego. You start justifying your every move, maybe twisting the story a little to make yourself look better, and you start finding ways to subtly or maybe not so subtly blame everyone else for the problems.
And while being in the box might feel safer, like you're just protecting yourself, the ripple effects are massive. The cost of hiding out in there is incredibly high. Not just for you, but for your entire team, your whole organization.
This is literally how a great company culture can just crumble. When a leader is in the box, trust is always the first casualty. People can feel it when you see them as objects. And once that trust is gone, psychological safety, it evaporates. Nobody wants to speak up, nobody wants to take a risk, collaboration grinds to a halt, and innovation, well, there's just no way it can survive in that kind of environment.
I know, it sounds pretty grim, but here's the good news, and it's really important. This is not a permanent state. You're not stuck in there forever. There is a way out. So let's walk through the 3 key steps to break free from the box.
So the path out is built on 3 really core practices. First, it's about self-awareness, learning to spot your own self-betrayals. Second, it's about communication, developing what's called conversational capacity. And third, it's a huge mindset shift, learning to choose creator language.
Step 1 is the whole foundation. You have to catch yourself in the act. The second you feel that little flash of annoyance because someone seems like they're in your way, that's your signal. The trick isn't to beat yourself up about it, it's just to notice it, take a breath, and consciously hit the reset button.
Now, step 2 is all about how you communicate. This is huge. It's not about just being nice or avoiding conflict. It's about being able to do 2 things at the same time. Be totally candid and clear about your own point of view while also being genuinely curious about other people's perspectives, especially the ones you don't agree with. That's a superpower. The third step is all about the words you choose to use, even just inside your own head. I mean, look at the difference here. Victim language is totally passive. Why is this happening to me? But creator language is active. What can I influence here? It's a fundamental shift away from blame and towards influence, away from fault and towards responsibility. It's the difference between seeing a dead end and seeing new options.
And this is what happens when it all comes together. When the author actually said to his team, "Look, I know I've been micromanaging, and it's because of my own insecurity." That wasn't a moment of weakness. It was the exact opposite. That vulnerability is what created the trust that unlocked real, genuine collaboration. He showed them he was out of the box.
And all this leads to the final and maybe the most important takeaway here. Getting out of the box isn't a one-time event. It's not something you can just check off a to-do list. It's a daily choice. It's a continuous practice. When you boil it all down, this is the choice you're making in pretty much every interaction you have. Are you seeing people as objects, or are you seeing them as people? Are you blaming others, or are you taking responsibility? Are you digging in to defend your position, or are you staying open to actually learning and growing?
So the real key takeaway here is this: breaking free is not a finish line you cross once, it's a muscle you have to build. Every single day, you get a new chance to notice when you've slipped back into the box and to consciously make the choice to step back out of it.
So we'll end with a question for you to take with you. And remember, this isn't just for CEOs, it's for anyone who has to work with other human beings. The next time you feel that friction, that resistance from someone else, just stop and ask yourself, am I in the box right now? And what is one small choice I can make right now to step out of it?